and well-being of your loved one. The assisted living memory care staff simplifies and enhances the activities of daily living for your loved one so they can focus on living their life with a sense of freedom in a safe environment. If you're looking for a secure place for your loved one with dementia, go to CopelandOaks.com. Sample the real essence of Spain's life and culture when you visit Cava Tapas and Wine Bar on the Strip in Niles.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer.
Mainly sunny skies today with temperatures staying into the upper 30s. Quiet and cold tonight with temperatures dipping back into the lower 20s, mainly clear skies. Another mostly sunny day on Sunday with high temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Currently 38.
All right, welcome back, everybody, or welcome, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. They let us play here on Saturdays. We get to talk about things that are happening in tech. Also give you the ability to give us a call all show long and ask any questions you might have. We don't like this whole tech world to be an intimidating thing, so we let everybody from novice all the way up to be able to get on the phone lines and pick my brain while we're here on the Saturday, and in hopes that you will tinker. That is the most beautiful part of this industry, is that you could just buy some stuff and you can mess around with it until you get a good enough understanding, and you don't have to read the instructions. You don't have to go to special schools for it. It's you getting in there and doing the old Thomas Edison experimenting soul and just playing around with stuff that that intrigues you. Everything from video, audio, to just a computer that's sitting in front of you. You're probably only using a small percentage of what these things are capable of doing in front of you. And we kind of open your eyes a little bit and make suggestions about stuff that you can do in addition to what you're already doing. So get in a little bit of trouble this weekend. Get into some not so safe areas. You push the envelope, step outside those comfort zones, and get familiar with things that you didn't even know were a thing. So we talk about some topics that end up sort of cycling through just about every couple months, and we make sure we always touch on them, because you got new listeners every week, and you want to make sure that everybody's in the know with as much stuff as you can. And we kind of put security above all else or all other things, because you guys are sitting in front of the computer. The people that are out there trying to take advantage of you, they're smarter than you. They're smarter than me. And so if you don't know what they're doing to take advantage of people, then it's just a matter of time before your paths cross. And at the moment, they're better at this than you. So what we were going to do is I'm going to talk about a couple of things that we saw in the field this week, and in hopes that I don't want you to take these scary things, and I don't want you to turn off your computer and say, to hell with this, I'm not doing this anymore. I want you to say, all right, now I know, I'm aware, and when I see this thing coming, I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm gonna see it coming a mile away, and I'm going to do the smart thing. You unplug. You don't. I have this rule at my house. If someone walks up to my door and rings the doorbell, I'm under no obligation to answer it, okay? I didn't invite you. I'm not expecting anybody. If you think you can show up, I might or might not answer the door, okay? No obligation. Same thing goes with email and telephone calls. If somebody calls you or message you or sends you an email, you are under no obligation to give a response. It's not being rude, because there are too many people exploiting the free nature of email and messaging, and you have no idea who you're talking to on the other end. So don't feel bad about it. Delete it. Get rid of it. Let's just say, the most common thing they do to enter your world is they try to trick you by using familiar things, hoping that you'll just suspend your cynicism and your disbelief long enough that you'll buy into it. Okay, so hey, we're FedEx and we tried to leave a package for you, but we couldn't get there. Nobody was home, and so we got to send your package back. So click on this link right now, or else we're gonna have to send it back to where it came from. Right? You receive this email now. If you weren't really expecting a package, then you're like, yeah, right. Come on, I know this is a thing. But if let's just say you're super anxious about something that's coming to your house, and you are actually waiting for a package, and it's uber important. And when you finally find out when it's going to be there, you're willing to take off work to be able to get there. So you already have the anxiety that's attached by receiving something, because if I miss this, I'm in bad shape. And that's what that person who sent the email is counting on. If there are enough of you in the United States that are waiting on a package that's super important, that if it gets delayed, you're in big trouble, they're going to mash on that link, and it's going to take them to the dark side. So just knowing that they do that, all right, somebody sends me an email, right? It says they're from FedEx. Guess what? I don't believe you're from FedEx, even if you are from FedEx. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go check my orders that I'm waiting on and see if it's the other way around. Not to click on the link that you sent me. I'm going to use it as a notification that if there's something up, I'm going to be able to go to someplace I ordered from, go through the order status that way, and find my tracking. And if it's actually true, I'll call FedEx myself. So thanks for the help. Thanks for the notification. But I'm going to check it out myself. So the old Ronald Reagan, trust, right, but verify. Trust, but verify. In this case, we're going to go do not trust, but use it to verify. That is our customization, that if you receive anything, phone calls, there are tons of phone call scammers. Email, there are tons of email scammers. Twitter, Facebook, social media, all of that stuff, there are thousands of scammers who are trying to take advantage of people, both who know better and they can, click into a paranoid mode or a response mode, and then you have people who don't know any better, and they will just say, oh, well, okay, I don't want to be in trouble. Let me click on your link. So we see a lot of malware. We see a lot of coupled internet / phone scams where, a little old lady gets a message that says you're infected, call this 800 number. She calls the 800 number. She lets them in, take over her computer, and, they have their way. They say, you're so infected, pay me $300. That's usually the way these things go down. So I'm telling you, the rule of thumb is hang up. Hang up, hang up, hang up. Don't respond, don't click, don't even take heed of it. So, 9 times out of 10, when you get that big bad message that says, hey, you're infected, call this number, right? Antiviruses do not tell you to call a number after you're infected, right? It says, do you want to clean it up? So if you're attaching a virus scan with a phone number, do not call that number. It's not legitimate. A lot of those things run in browser memory, so when you restart your computer, it flushes that browser memory out, and you're good to go again. So they happen, and they look convincing, and sometimes they'll even talk at you. You'll hear a voice saying, you are infected, trying to scare you, and it'll take over your screen, and you can't close it out, and you can't do anything. This is one of those times where just turn it off. Just power cycle it off. You hold that power button for 10 seconds, it'll cut power to it completely, and hit the button again, and it'll boot up. Now, if it continues after the reboot, then you might have some kind of malware. But 9 times out of 10, you just reboot the thing, and you weren't really infected. It was just a browser window that was trying to sneak up on you and scare you. So that's just a PSA. We see this stuff happen all the time. People are always falling victim to it. These people are making so much money off of this scare tactic, and I'm just sick of it, because that's just preying upon the very people that I'm trying to convince to wade into the safe pool of technology. Those people are scaring the bejesus out of, and once you get hit, if you're early on in this, I'm not sure that I could ever say anything that convince you to start using a computer again. Even all the benefits that we can lay out there to how it improves your life and whatnot, I don't think I can convince you back in that pool, because you gave it a shot, and you just saw this person that the first time I went to Vegas, I was riding a bus, and a pickpocket ganged up on me, right? Well, that's an easy story to tell about how I never went back to Vegas, because all they are is a bunch of pickpockets. If your first impression of a thing is that bad, like I said, maybe I won't ever go back again. So, all right, so we got time in the program today to talk about just anything that's on your mind. 330-729-9977 is the phone number. You can also text me here all show long at 333-1570, and it's a cool way of participating in the program. Because, if you're around, you don't have to wait on hold. You don't have to wait for him to pick up the call. It's, these things just queue up. And during the next segment, I'll make sure that I read your questions or comments on the air. And that's a cool way for you to participate. So 330-729-9977 is the phone number. And you can text me at 333-1570. Okay. This morning, this was interesting. Kind of on Saturdays is my experimenting time, right? I always get myself into doing something that I haven't done before, and I start playing around with new technologies. And this is my lab time. So I wake up super early. I get going usually around 5:30. And I like to do all the important stuff before email starts and the phone starts. I got a good 2-hour block before anybody starts bothering. But now I've said that publicly. Now people are going to start bothering me at 6 o'clock, right? Probably not a good idea. But anyway, this morning I decided, we have a sort of a first part of our office is where customers can walk in, and we have a desk there where the customers can talk to our technicians and kind of tell their story and drop off their machines and stuff like that. I was looking to convert this open space into something that was a little bit more friendly to customers, because I was picturing some of my customers, and I've seen these nice big displays and they have product on the walls and stuff like that. So I wanted to mess around with. I want to start offering that to my customers, where if you have signage that are on the when you come into a store, let's do digital signage. But digital signage has always been so darn expensive, right? But the stuff that you use to put digital signage together has all become very, very inexpensive. I mean, I just bought a 50-inch television, right? HDMI 50-inch television for $250. I mean, that's off. That is ridiculous. That's almost what a computer monitor, a 20-inch computer monitor, once cost. So you could really put these 50-inch screens in your in the entryway of your office or your store, and you can create your own digital signage very inexpensively, where it's not a $20,000 investment anymore. It's maybe a $2,000 or $3,000 investment. So that's where I spent my morning this morning. I'll tell a little bit more of the story later on. We got some calls rolling in, so let's go ahead and take them while we're here. Let's go first to Rosemary. Rosemary, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hi, I just turned it on, so I don't know what you've covered so far. But I tried turning my computer on this morning, and it will not turn on. 2 out of the 3 lights light up. I took the battery out, waited, put the battery back in. I put the phone cord in. Now, I left home, and I pulled the cord out, and I thought when I go back home, I'll put it back in and see if that helps. What would be the problem?
Is this a laptop or a desktop?
Laptop.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like, well, you know what? One thing that could happen, it could have gotten stuck in hibernation mode. And even if you're not getting a display and you've got a couple lights, if you hold down the power button until the power goes off, and then you release the button, and then you tap the power button again, sometimes it will go into, it'll release itself from that hibernation mode, and the display adapter will hit. If it really isn't getting a display, the next step we usually take is we'll get an external monitor and we'll plug it into the laptop to see if the video card is actually producing a desktop. Your monitor just isn't displaying it. So if we can get something on the external monitor, but the one connected to it, we got nothing on, then it's probably something wrong with the actual backlight of the display or something like that.
So is that something I have to bring in?
You could, and I would probably try the power cycling thing first, and if it's that, then it's not necessary for you to, no technical work's needed on it. But if you've done that and you still don't get a display, yeah, bring it in and we'll take a look at it for you.
Okay, and you're located again where?
600 Youngstown Poland Road in Struthers.
That's near what? Give me a landmark.
We got Rips Cafe that's across the street. There is a Taco Bell on Youngstown Poland Road. We're situated about halfway between.
Okay.
All right.
Where you're at. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rosemary. I appreciate it.
Very interesting show. When I listen to it, I'm able to listen.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad you're out there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and so I'll give you the desktop side, because that was a different answer if we would have got the desktop computer. So if you got a laptop, there's no cords that you can connect or disconnect, because it's all buried under the bevel of the chassis of the laptop. But if it was a desktop, and you see lights on the actual computer, now the computer produces a video signal that it sends out to your monitor, and first step, like I said, it could be a hibernation file where your computer is technically running, but it's turned off everything to preserve power. If it gets stuck in that mode, it won't be sending out a video signal because it's in that conserve mode. So if you hit the power button and you power cycle it and you still don't get a display on your desktop, I would first check the connections on the back of the computer, because these connections actually, they have little screws on them and they're meant to stay in tight, but sometimes they get bumped and they get off, they get pulled out on one side and they're not making good contact. So a lot of times just, making sure that everything's tight on the back, also the power. Now, another thing is a lot of these monitors are coming with multiple inputs, just like your TV. So sometimes somebody will be messing around with your computer screen or computer monitor, and it'll get changed to a different input. So a lot of times, keeping it on auto is your easiest way, because if you power cycle it, the monitor sees the signals coming in on X, and it automatically switches to X. But that's not always the case, and you might have to toggle through some of the inputs. Now, a couple of the options that come off the back of the desktop, most of the time, your older computers will have a little blue connection that comes off the back. Okay, that's what we call VGA, and if you see a blue cable that's plugging into the back of the monitor, you have to toggle through your inputs and select VGA. The other one's a white DVI, and the last one would be HDMI, sort of like what you have on your TV. All right, we're going to take a break. Steve, I see your call out there. We're going to come to you when we get back from this break. If you guys have any questions, 330-729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
DMXI, the name the Valley has grown to trust with medical imaging, has now expanded their services to include personal injury cases. If you're involved with a personal injury case and would like to save money on your medical imaging, just remember DMXI. Remember, it's your choice where to have your imaging done, and Dr. Adam Crouch and his team will be there to help you receive the best imaging services possible. See all of their services at DMXI.com or just stop in. DMXI, just off Todd Avenue in Boardman. It's Bernard Daniels' 100th year of serving the Valley, and the savings have never been better. Right now, Bernard Daniels is offering 50% off select Anderson storm doors. That's 50% off. Closeout engineered hardwood as low as $1.35 per square foot while supplies last. And select steel roofing and siding is $2.15 per linear foot. As always, you know Bernard Daniels has your greatest selection of pole barns that they will install. But you got to schedule soon, only at Bernard Daniels in Canfield, bdlumber.com.
Hi, folks. Steve Bott from Mark Thomas Ford Auto Show Bonus Cash. It's back. Combine that with the Mark Thomas Promise, and we have some of the best deals of the year. Lease the 2018 EcoSport for $222 a month, a 2018 Ford Edge for only $287 a month, or a 2018 F-150 for only $299 a month. Don't forget, we've got guaranteed credit approval with Jim Hannes. Call him direct at 330-398-1532. Stop out and see us at Mark Thomas Ford. We're 2 miles north of the Route 82 bypass on Elm Road in Cortland, Ohio, or check us out on the web at markthomasford.com.
Have you waited an hour or more to get your vehicle's oil changed? If so, why not simply stop at Boardman Nissan? They offer you the fastest oil change service, averaging 19 minutes on the lift, for all makes and models with no appointment necessary, starting at $29.95. They have a team of technicians working together to provide you with the quickest and most convenient car care service in the area. That's not all. They'll give you a total routine maintenance check and a free $12 car wash coupon valid at any of the 4 Auto Spa locations. And again, don't let the name fool you. Boardman Nissan services all makes and all models starting at just $29.95. Quick service? Check. Complete routine maintenance? Check. No more waiting? Check. Next time, skip the wait. Get to Boardman Nissan to experience the true express oil change dealer in this area. They're located at 7809 Market Street in Boardman, or look them up on the web at boardmannissan.com.
Are you within 10 to 15 years of retirement? Does Social Security affect you? Do you know how to maximize your Social Security benefits? For most of us, Social Security is our largest retirement asset, and yet, according to the NSSA, 90% of all Social Security recipients do not maximize their benefits. Hi, I'm Janice Janjanin, an independent local financial professional. I invite you to attend my complimentary seminar, Navigating Social Security, on Tuesday, March 13th at 6:30 p.m. Please call today to reserve your seat. 330-953-3043. Let me guide you through the complexities of Social Security. Be educated, be empowered, maximize your retirement dollars. You only have one chance to get your Social Security right. 330-953-3043. Call today.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Janjanin Financial Group and Centaurus Financial Incorporated are not affiliated companies. Janice Janjanin may currently only discuss and/or transact securities business with residents of Ohio and PA.
Message and data rates may apply.
Earning your degree from one of the top business schools in the country might sound impossible to fit into your workload. But what if there were a business degree that furthered your career and gave you access to world-renowned faculty, leaders, and mentors, all on your schedule? One that opened doors to some of the most influential CEOs, tech companies, law firms, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders. And what if you could earn that degree in as little as 16 months, 100% online? To find out more, text OFFER to 79645. That's OFFER to 79645. Start your online MBA, Information Management, or Business Analytics Master's program from the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University today. Learn more about the W.P. Carey Business Graduate Programs online. Text OFFER to 79645. That's OFFER to 79645.
Hey friends, as a marketer, you want to reach everyone, right? Adults, teens, millennials? But it's not like all these groups hang out in the same place. Actually wrong. They're all right here listening to radio commercials just like this one. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. Now that's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, we reach 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to? Hey, they're all in one place. Right here. Get AM/FM working for you. Go to iHeartMedia.com. It's now 39.
Hi, this is Mo Ray. Check me out Sundays at 10 for the other side of talk radio on News Radio 570 WKBN.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and this is your Saturday show where we get to talk about things in tech. At least once a show, I get scolded for talking too fast, and so I have slowed myself down, and I will talk at a pace more to your liking. How about that? See. All right, 330-729-9977. Thank you for that that text message. Another text message came in. I have a dual boot system, Windows 7 Premium with Linux Mint. I also have an external 2 terabyte hard drive for backups. My problem, I was able to access the external hard drive through both Windows and Linux. Now I can only access this hard drive with Linux. When I try to access it through Windows, I get an error that says I need to format the drive. Can you shed some light on this? This also happens with a flash drive. Okay, so I'm thinking that Linux probably claimed the drive. So I would see if there's any, if the formatting was changed or something like that. Linux is pretty good about interpreting just about anything you throw at it, but it can have its own, file system. I don't know which one it would use, so I don't have enough information to really take a guess. But if you could come up with what the file system is and make sure that it's you can format it back to NTFS, I would save the stuff back to Linux, like maybe put it on the regular hard drive, and then go back into a Windows environment, and then go ahead and format it. You can bring it back to Linux and then put the stuff back on it, but don't allow the Linux to don't allow Linux to change the formatting at all. Because as long as it's NTFS, I believe both can read it without a problem. I don't think I've ever had Linux not be able to read something with NTFS on it. So thanks for the question. And guy in my office is my Linux go-to. I am a casual user. By no means have any expertise in Linux. I use it. I know some applications that I implement in the field, but like I said, I would always go to my go-to guy when it comes to troubleshooting problems. So I'm probably not your best guy to talk to you about it, but if you can give me more details, I might be able to. If you want to text back what the partition is and what the file system is, I might be able to at least forward your message off to someone. Another one. Sorry, but I couldn't hold it any longer. I was wondering if you provide classes on Excel. This was Steve who was on the phone, I believe. I can do basics, but want to go deeper understanding the program. I'll be listening. All right, Steve, this we have done from the very beginning of Youngstown Computer done classes. Sometimes organized where we put 12 people in a room and I give a topic on Windows. Sometimes it's one-on-one where I sit down with someone and they buy me for an hour and we just go down a litany of anything that they want to learn. So yes, everything is on the table. If you and other people want to sit down with one of our guys and spend a Wednesday evening, a couple hours to go through things, I'd be more than happy to get something scheduled and invite as many of you out there in listening world to come in with us. So, Steve, if you want to let me know what topic and when you'd like to take it, I'll put one out there. I'll do a class on a Wednesday evening. They usually take. So, all right, we're going to come back. Thomas, I see you out there. We'll take your calls when we come back. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Warren Township Police say a LeBray mom has been charged after bringing her son to a fight. Investigators say Christina Brown drove her 12-year-old to fight another student he's been having issues with. She says it's been an ongoing bullying issue with the other student. Brown was arraigned on a menacing by stalking charge. 27 First News reports President Trump's proposed tariffs have gotten support from Democratic lawmakers. Valley Congressman Tim Ryan says the move levels the playing field for the American steel industry and hopes President Trump will target China, which he believes floods the U.S. with cheap steel imports. Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is also in support. Mahoney County engineer Pat Giannetti says he knows potholes and road conditions are a concern, but he also notes there's other problems as well.
We have flooding issues, we have culvert problems, we have storm sewer issues, bridge issues, but primarily our main focus right now is pothole repair.
Giannetti called into the Ron Verb Show yesterday. In sports, the Cavs in Denver tonight's 7 o'clock pregame on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. On the ice, the Penguins take on the Islanders. The Youngstown Phantoms beat Madison 5-3. College basketball, Ohio State loses to Penn State in the Big Ten tournament, 69-68. The YSU men, they lost to Cleveland State, 72-71 in the Horizon League tournament. From the all-new and 2018 Power Chevrolet Buick GMC of Calcutta, Ohio newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2.
The Powerball jackpot is up to $321 million. That's so much money, I can't say it without shouting. Am I still shouting? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble controlling the volume of my voice. Get your Powerball tickets now.
You don't have to pay with cash to win cash. You can use your credit card, debit card, or smartphone to buy your favorite Ohio Lottery games. Swipe, pay, and play at Ohio Lottery self-service machines. Daily limits apply. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
Hey guys, what puts a bigger smile on your face than driving around in a clean, older four-wheel drive truck? Imagine pulling into the hardware store in that lifted 85 Chevy K20, or getting all the thumbs up driving down the road in that 76 F-250 Highboy. This is Joe Fire from Fireball Motors. We sell those trucks. We specialize in non-rusty West Coast trucks from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s that are under 10 grand. We are located on Route 422, just an eighth mile from the PA border, or online at fireballtrucks.com. And remember, Fireball means four-wheel drive.
What makes independent living so retirement-friendly at Shepherd of the Valley in Poland and Howland? Just ask someone who lives there, like Marty Taylor.
I came to Shepherd after my husband passed away, and I was pleased, very pleased, when everybody was like one big happy family, and that I really liked. And everybody cares about everybody else. I love it all.
To learn more about carefree independent retirement living, visit shepherdofthevalley.com.
This weekend, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale at the Metroplex Expo Center on Belmont Avenue in Liberty. That's I-80 at Route 193. There's demonstrations and seminars. Name brand hunting and fishing gear at bargain prices. Daiwa rod and reel combos, $19.99. Frog Tog sample sale with jackets, only $14.99. Shad wraps and X-wraps, only $3.49. Name brand spinning and casting reels, only $9.99. Rapalas, Reef Runners, Storms, your choice, $4.99. Free rod and reel to the first 100 kids on Saturday, provided by the Trumbull County Federation of Sportsmen. Club raffles for guns, ATVs, dogs, trips, and more. Food, fun, live entertainment. It's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale. This Friday, 10 till 8, Saturday, 10 till 7, Sunday, 10 till 5 at the Metroplex Expo Center in Liberty. It's sponsored by Fish and Field Report, Clavin Ford Lincoln, and the Trumbull Federation of Sportsmen. Admission only $7, children under 12 free, and free parking. For more information, call 330-544-8951 or fishandfieldreport.com. This weekend, it's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale at the Metroplex in Liberty. Quiet, comfort, and affordability. The most important things when choosing a place to live. Westchester Square Apartments offers something to fit every need and budget. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, and studio apartments. They rent apartments, but they sell convenience. You can find luxury living at Westchester Executive Apartments, 1,200 square feet of upscale living with carports, or independent senior living at Westchester Commons, strategically located in the center of Austintown, right next to Route 11. For the perfect apartment, call 330-799-5758. Come and be a good neighbor in a community of good neighbors. Westchester Square Apartments, Austintown. For more information, go to waldenmanagement.com.
Hi, friends. Are you the victim of low energy, trouble sleeping? Well, you may want to tune in to the Chris McKay Show. Tomorrow morning at 7, learn how to eliminate these problems. Tomorrow morning, 7, News Radio 570 WKBN.
From America's best-selling automobile
to the world's toughest trucks. There's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Next Sunday, our iHeartRadio Music Awards are here for the love of music. See Can't Miss live performances by Ed Sheeran, Cardi B, Bon Jovi, Maroon 5, Camila Cabello, Charlie Puth, and surprises you'll have to see to believe. Next Sunday night at 8 on TBS, TNT, and True TV.
Brought to you by Taco Bell. Introducing Taco Bell's $1 nacho fries, covered in bold Mexican spices and dipped in warm nacho cheese sauce. Now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
What happened? You used to go hours without visiting the bathroom. Now it seems like you're constantly getting up to pee, and you're even getting up at night to go. This is not okay. Listen, the makers of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 prostate formula, are introducing a new wonder pill, Super Beta Prostate P3 Advanced, with 3 key ingredients that are great for your prostate. It's like taking 3 prostate supplements in one. To celebrate, we're sending free bottles to men who want to cut down on bathroom trips. Yes, your first 30-day supply is free. Pay shipping and handling. Call 1-800-252-8940. Early research suggests that an ingredient in P3 Advanced may help support a normal prostate size. Combine that with a reduction in urges to pee, and you have a formula you'd be crazy not to try. Get P3 Advanced free. Call 1-800-252-8940. 1-800-252-8940. 1-800-252-8940.
Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
Need a furnace checkup? Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer.
Mainly sunny skies today with temperatures staying into the upper 30s. Quiet and cold tonight with temperatures dipping back into the lower 20s, mainly clear skies. Another mostly sunny day on Sunday with high temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
It's now 39.
News on demand. Go to 570WKBN.com. Bad credit, no credit. Special financing available at Donnell Ford, Market Street, Boardman.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show, and I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer. We get to play here on Saturdays and talk about things that are going on in tech. I can help you, so if you call us, 330-729-9977, you can share your questions and comments with me. We'll do our best to get there. Thomas has been waiting forever, so I'm going to go right off, not let him hold any longer. Thomas, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
I opened up my computer this morning and went into the control panel. For some reason, I hit the wrong button. What's the normal screen, portrait or landscape?
The normal screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so landscape would be if you're looking at it as on a regular monitor, like a 16:9 monitor.
I hit the portrait button. Now I'm looking at it sideways. I got a sore neck. How can I get it back to where it was?
Okay, there's an F key that you have to hit. I'm going to look it up. I haven't done this in a while. You can actually rotate it, but if you go into your display adapter, I think you can manually do it too. If during the next break, I will look it up. I'm going to say it's F10, but let me look it up first, and I'll let you know. Is this a desktop or a laptop?
Desktop.
Desktop. Okay, yeah. If you hang tight, I'll make sure that
I take it back. That's a laptop. Yeah.
It's a laptop. Okay. All right. Yeah. If you stay tuned, I'll make sure that I look that up during the next break.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Thomas. Appreciate it. And we used to mess with people with that would have do that to them, is flip their screen upside down, that kind of stuff. We're coming up on April Fool's Day. One of the best things I played on April Fool's Day. Let me tell you, so if you want to get somebody this way, here's a cool April Fool's joke. Now, go up to someone's desktop, right? And I want you to take a screen capture. So on the keyboard, if you walk up to it, put the cursor up there and hit print screen on the desktop, or just hit print screen, and it'll take a snapshot of their desktop, all their icons, their start button, and so on and so forth. And then I want you to take that picture and save it as like a bitmap. So go into Photoshop or go into Paint or whatever you do to do your photo editing. Take that picture and drop it into My Pictures. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to set the desktop background to that picture that you just took. Then you're going to hide their icons and also hide take their start menu and put it up at the top and make it auto hide. Now they'll walk up to their desktop and they'll be thinking that they're clicking on icons, but it's just a picture of what their desktop was. And so you can freak them out a little bit like that. That's one of our better ones that's messing with people using the screen capture. That print screen thing, I end up showing people that just about every day when I'm out in the field, because it's super helpful that if you get an error message up on your screen, you can hit screen capture and it'll take a snapshot of whatever you're looking at and allow you to drop it into like Microsoft Word or something like that and show it to the tech guy or just have it on. So you have a record of what it is that you see. So instead of having to keep the screen open until somebody gets there, you just screen capture it so you have that copy and you can move on from it. So thanks for the phone call, Thomas, and I will put that on my list to remember to look up how to rotate the screen. It's a video card function, and think about it this way. There are some displays where it's a monitor that's sitting on a wall in somebody's front office, and the stuff they're showing displays better on a portrait. So video card companies allowed computers to rotate it to to portrait, and then you operate it on a machine that's just with the monitor typed. Or you could just plug a keyboard in and tilt your laptop on its side, and I guess that works too, but probably not the best way of using it. So 330-729-9977. I do want to tell you about Youngstown Computer. Youngstown Computer is the company that brings you this program, and total service provider company. So anything you need as far as break fixes, troubleshooting, or implementing new hardware or new software, just about anything you can think of, Youngstown Computer can handle it. Office is over in Struthers. Phone number 330-259-7278. One of the biggest services that we end up offering. This is that era where we're going from mechanical hard drives, the ones that are slow and break all the time, to digital hard drives that are solid-state drives. Now, the price has come down so significantly that all of you out there that had to go with mechanical drives the last time you bought a computer, and your computer's new enough where you're just struggling a little bit with disk access time, that slapping in, while your computer's still running in good shape, we can take the image of your drive, move it over to a solid-state drive, and you get all of the benefits of having a solid-state drive. And I will tell you, this is one of the few things that will give you such a noticeable increase in performance that if your computer is struggling, if you notice that it could be a little bit faster, you like the fact that you're if it's taking you a minute and a half or a minute for Windows to boot, you need to go do this solid-state drive. And we keep it, the process is so clean that you end up paying us just for an hour of service to get it done, and then you have to buy the equipment. So if, let's just say you have a small hard drive, you just get on the internet, right? You can get away with a little 120 gig solid-state drive for around $60 plus the hour. So $160, and it will breathe new life into your computer. If you haven't experienced a computer with a solid-state drive, I'm not exaggerating when I say that it is probably 4 times as fast as what you're dealing with now. And when I say fast, here's basically what it is. When you double-click on an application, the computer says, I want to go fetch some data. It has to slide around on your mechanical hard drive until it finds the data, and then it reads all that stuff and then passes up the computer. The whole time, you're waiting, your processor's waiting, all the applications are waiting till the disk goes and delivers it the information it looks. That's why you're waiting, because the access time on the drive is just so slow. Now, with a solid-state drive, it's almost an instant recovery. So when it asks it, you're waiting on the processor more than the hard drive, because it's delivering what you asked for it just so quickly. The boot times are faster, where you pretty much touch the button and within 20 seconds the computer starts, because it just doesn't have to go out there and grab all the stuff that it needs. So 120 gig drive, you're probably looking under $200. Bigger drives, you're probably going to add maybe $50 per bigger drive you get. So 120 is going to be $160. A 256 is probably going to be about $200. 512, probably about $230 or something like that. So it is well worth it, and still in that whole $200 range to breathe a lot of life back into the computer. So I cannot emphasize this enough, that it is a well worthwhile improvement. So memory adjustments, cores, and all that kind of stuff, it's not making the market improvement as in that solid state drive. So even if you're not upgrading from mechanical to whatever, the next computer that you buy, insist that it has a solid state drive. You won't regret it. I promise you. So if you want any of that stuff done, 330-259-7278. Write that number down on a sticky note and slap it on the side of your computer, because there will come a time where you need us, and we'd really appreciate it if you give us a shot when that time arises. Just recently, we were doing field services. We've been marketing it all over social media that we will come to you. A lot of you have value that a whole lot, where it's a little intimidating to bring your computer outside of, tearing it down yourself, bringing it outside and bringing it back. That whole process is a little bit, I wouldn't want to do it. So if I can have someone come out and just fix it in my house, I don't have to wait to get it back. I can have it done the same day, and it doesn't have to leave, because that's when all the bad stuff happens. It's usually when you unplug stuff and it travels with you. So it's a better transaction. We can do such a better job when we are in your environment. We can see that you have a printer there and whatever. So all of you who value in-field service, it's not that much more expensive. In fact, for this week, again, we're going to just make it our regular rate. $105 gets you there. And I know I said last week that it was going to be around 140. I was in, we usually add a $25 fee to travel between stops, but since we had enough of these, it was going to be a full day worth of travel. So figured we just leave it at our regular rate. So if you want to get it at our regular rate, $105, someone comes to your house, you have an entire hour of having them fix things. So put a list together of everything that's annoying you, whether or not it's notifications that are coming up, or the computer's slow, or you want a printer installed, you want some wireless configured. We will work down your priority list until we've got everything done that was on your list. So take advantage of it. This is amazing service, and it's one that I would be taking advantage of for sure. So the industry kind of walked us away from doing in-home service and coming out to you. But, our company was built on it. Like day one in operations, we were coming to you and taking care of your needs that way. So getting back into it, and really appreciate, the customers really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the response after mentioning it last week. Now, I did also last week say, call us and schedule the appointment. Totally forgot that you can go to our website and you can log that appointment right now and pick your time right now. So go over to youngstowncomputer.com and find the link for scheduling your own appointment. And that way you don't have to leave messages. I want to get away from this whole phone thing when it comes to calling in and going out. If we can just do everything digital, that'd be great. So go over to youngstowncomputer.com, schedule your appointment. Our guys will come out to you and get your problem solved. So 330-259-7278 is the phone number, and head over to Youngstown Computer. So thanks for listening to that. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk more about things that are happening over in the computer world. This week was kind of cool. I was asked to come judge a presentation. A couple of the kids over at MCCTC were participating in a competition in Columbus, and they were reviewing. It was basically on what I do for a living, is commercial networks and implementing new technology. And they wrote an entire mock plan for implementing a multiple point VPN setup for a company. So company XYZ had 4 offices in distant cities, and they put all of the technology and all the software and all the labor notes and everything, and made a presentation to myself and a couple other guys. And we talked, and what they wanted, they wanted me to kind of poke holes in their plan and ask questions that the judges might ask. And I'm telling you, these kids at MCCTC, blew me away with their intelligence. I told them that they were going to go down there and they were going to kill it. They were just going to knock it out of the park, because their presentation was very crisp. And there's sometimes I look at presentations that I'm asked to sit on and aren't as good as these high school age kids put together in that plan. So very proud of the intelligence that our trade schools are putting out there. And I just, all of my efforts and support Youngstown and helping the business community, I really want our smartest to stay here in Youngstown. I hate the fact that we lose a lot of our intelligence to bigger markets. They just because they cannot find a job for the money that they can make elsewhere. We're not competitive as far as having enough jobs for that. We're educating the crap out of people. We're giving people some great, basis, but we're not creating the opportunities here that they can field it and make the same kind of money they can elsewhere. Now, it's a great startup town. Cost of living is super cheap, right? So if that you make a little bit less for the job and the cost of living is a little bit lower, you can argue that proportionally they could have a good reason to stay here. I just hate the fact where a lot of those people can't find it so long they give up on it and they end up going to Cleveland or Pittsburgh or even further out than that. That's just a big loss for us because our state and our local communities are funding all of this great education to get them there in the first place. And I just want all of us to really put an effort in over the next 10 years or so to really create bigger and bigger and bigger opportunities. I do not want to get us complacent. Things are going really well, and the downtown's springing to life, and we're seeing all these things come back. And I don't want us to get complacent where, hey, it's just all right. I really, really want that it to be a bad idea to look for a job outside of the city because there are so many great opportunities, and the food and the culture and the family is all here. I want them to stay here, and so that you're going to see even me and my company over the next 5 or 10 years. That's going to be our major push. I mean, as far as accomplishments and goals of what we do, I mean, we figured out a way to really serve our community well. We found ways to give back and support people, and this is just the next transition, the next leg of our push is to help sculpt a city where everybody can believe, right, and everybody works together and cooperates. That's just my dream. That's my goal. All right, more phone calls when we come back. If you want to text us, it's 333-1570, or you can call 729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be back.
Does your home need new replacement windows? Valley homeowners trust Window Depot of Youngstown for the replacement window needs. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and an A rating on Angie's List. Now for a special message from the owner, Rich Bagala.
To the hundreds of local families who have trusted us to remodel their home, we say thank you. Hey, it's Rich from Window Depot Youngstown. We're proud to be a local company, and did you know that our windows are produced right here in the Valley? Stay tuned to hear about our current special offers.
Buy more, get more. Save $100 per window. Buy 5, save $500. Buy 10, save $1,000. Ask about 0% interest financing plus a bonus. Receive a $100 Kohl's gift card with purchase and call 1-800-433-8577 right now for a free $25 restaurant.com gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-433-8577. 1-800-433-8577. That's 1-800-433-8577. Call now.
Are you tired of taking medication for your diabetes? Living in fear of complications like kidney problems, heart problems, vision problems, and neuropathy? It's time for a change. Come to our free diabetes seminar on March 5th at 6 p.m. and learn how to reduce inflammation, foods you must avoid, foods you must eat, why you aren't losing weight, causes of elevated glucose, peripheral nerve regeneration, and how to shed fat. Most Americans with diabetes are only offered pharmaceutical treatments. Learning what you can do to restore your body's ability to balance blood sugar can make all the difference between recovering your health versus just managing a disease as it progresses over time. Our free seminar is March 5th at 6 p.m. at 155 North Hermitage Road in Hermitage at the office of Dr. Jason Tripp, D.C. Call today to reserve your seat, 724-342-5990. That's 724-342-5990. This program is not designed to diagnose, treat, or cure disease. This program will teach you how to get your body healthy.
Hi, this is Bob Davis with Fairway Ford in Canfield, the #1 F-150 dealer in the region, including Ohio and Pennsylvania. And the reason why is 20% off every XL and XLT off the lowest sticker price with no inflated sticker prices. We have over 300 available, plus a great selection of Super Duties also. So see us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
Are you within 10 to 15 years of retirement? Does Social Security affect you? Do you know how to maximize your Social Security benefits? For most of us, Social Security is our largest retirement asset, and yet, according to the NSSA, 90% of all Social Security recipients do not maximize their benefits. Hi, I'm Janice Janjanin, an independent local financial professional. I invite you to attend my complimentary seminar, Navigating Social Security, on Tuesday, March 13th at 6:30 p.m. Please call today to reserve your seat. 330-953-3043. Let me guide you through the complexities of Social Security. Be educated, be empowered, maximize your retirement dollars. You only have one chance to get your Social Security right. 330-953-3043. Call today.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Janjanin Financial Group and Centaurus Financial Incorporated are not affiliated companies. Janice Janjanin may currently only discuss and/or transact securities business with residents of Ohio and PA.
iHeartRadio now makes it even easier to listen to all your favorite podcasts. No need for another app. All the biggest names in podcasting can be found in the iHeartRadio app. Literally thousands of them, like NPR's full lineup of podcasts, including the TED Radio Hour, plus Bill Simmons, How Stuff Works, The New York Times, comedian Mark Maron, Barstool Sports, and more. All available for free. Now your favorite radio app can be your favorite podcast app. Download or open the free iHeartRadio app and tap podcast to start exploring.
iHeartRadio. It's now 39.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. Let me talk real quick about Alexa. I mentioned over the last couple of months that I played with it at first and tried to have Alexa do a lot of the automation in my home. And I'm telling you, it was wildly successful. I ended up buying a Google, I forget what that's even called, Google Home maybe, and that's the voice assistant. And you had Alexa, which was made by Amazon. And for a while, I played with them to see how useful I can make them be. And I would tell you, the Google Home, I found myself arguing with more than anything because I could never get my language in sync with what it would take to accomplish things on the Google Home. So I kind of gave up. It's just, every once in a while I'll get something to be able to play through it with using my Google Pixel or something like that. But I'm telling you, Alexa ended up being the go-to. I mean, I could go home and say, and I do this when I leave the show here, I go home and I tell Alexa to play 570 WKBN on iHeartRadio, and then it tunes this to the station 570 WKBN, and I can listen to the radio when I'm at home. I can also play that in multiple locations so that each one of the Alexas in your house is a speaker, and you can have it all playing the same kind of stuff. So I have a download library where I have all of my music. I can ask for news. I can ask for weather. So Alexa, I'm telling you, and also it controls my lights. I have those Philips Hue light bulbs, and I can just tell it to turn on and off some lights and schedule lights to come on and stuff like that. So it's been an amazing addition. So if any of you haven't played around with it, just trial it out here where you can listen to this radio program and you don't even have to have your radio on. You can just go to, tell Alexa to turn on 570 WKBN on iHeartRadio. It'll tune right to the program and you can listen to it that way. And so I don't know. I think that after the next break, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, decentralization of media, where you get your TV program, where you get your radio programming, where you get your movies and stuff like that. And things have not only changed, but they are even going to change more. We took an unexpected turn over the last couple of weeks that I noticed, and I'll make sure that I talk about that on the other side of the program here. So to finish my story with the MCCTC, I want to wish those guys luck as they compete. If they win the Columbus, if they Columbus, they're going to go to nationals that are over in Texas. So I'll kind of keep you up to speed on how they do this weekend and going on into the nationals. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about cutting the cable and getting your programming from some alternative means. So if you'll stay tuned, 330-729-9977 is the phone number. You can also text us, and we'll read those in the next hour, 333-1570. All right, you're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Hey, there's a reason I've been telling you about Blinds.com for years. They are simply the best. And you know what? So many of you have listened. And here's what a Blinds.com customer from Los Angeles had to say. Quote, I heard of Blinds.com on Sean Hannity's program, so I called. Now, the salesperson was patient, even texting me clearer photos of the two fabrics that I was considering. Very happy, and the drapes, they look perfect. Now, go to Blinds.com to find the perfect blind shade, shutters, or drapes, and upgrade your home for less than almost any other home improvement. You'll get free samples, free shipping, free design consultation, and they'll guide you through the installation process step by step. So find out for yourself why over 20 million Americans have trusted Blinds.com to upgrade their home, making Blinds.com the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings. And now through March the 14th, save up to 20% site-wide just by going to Blinds.com/Hannity. That's Blinds.com/Hannity. Rules, restrictions apply.
It's 2 o'clock. Always a good time to call Baird Brothers. Shop the bargain tree at BairdBrothers.com. News Radio 570 WKBN, Youngstown.
From ABC News, I'm Linda Lopez. An unidentified man appears to have shot himself in front of the White House. ABC's Lana Zach is there.
U.S. Secret Service confirmed that medical personnel are responding to the man who, at this point, officials believe is suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. No other shots were fired. The incident took place near the north fence of the White House, but the president and his family are currently away. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says the president has been briefed. Reporting from outside the White House, Lana Zach, ABC News.
The massive nor'easter that slammed 15 states has hit hard in the Northeast, especially in the coastal communities of Massachusetts. It's causing huge flooding and dangerous conditions. ABC's Josh Brogadier tells us rescuers in Quincy have removed more than 150 people from flooded homes.
The National Guard is back. They keep coming and they keep rescuing people who are stranded in their homes. I asked when maybe power might be back on to all these homes in this area. As of right now, city leaders said they do not have an official estimate.
7 people across 6 states reportedly lost their lives as a result of the storm, and hundreds of thousands are without power from Maine to Virginia. The 19-year-old suspected of shooting and killing his parents at Central Michigan University is now in custody. More than 100 police officers were searching for James Eric Davis Jr. He was arrested without incident after someone spotted him near train tracks on the north end of campus shortly after midnight last night.
We thank God that this incident ended quickly and the suspect has been apprehended.
Central Michigan University President George Ross. Police say the gun used in the shooting was registered to the suspect's father, a part-time police officer in suburban Chicago. President Trump has decided to mingle with members of the mainstream media tonight. His presidential debut at Washington's annual Gridiron Dinner is being watched to see how he handles the expected ribbing. Last year, Trump skipped the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. 27 First News reports that President Trump's proposed tariffs have gotten support from Democratic lawmakers. Valley Congressman Tim Ryan says the move levels the playing field for the American steel industry. Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is also in support. Warren Township Police say a LeBray mom has been charged after bringing her son to a fight. Investigators say Christina Brown drove her 12-year-old to fight another student he's been having issues with. She says it's been an ongoing bullying issue with the other student. Brown was arraigned on a menacing by stalking charge. Mahoney County Engineer Pat Giannetti says he knows potholes and road conditions are a concern, and it's a priority.
We stay on this. This is our number one priority right now. But it's not our only function. You know, we have flooding issues, we have culvert problems, we have storm sewer issues, bridge issues, but primarily our main focus right now is pothole repair.
Giannetti called into the Ron Verb Show yesterday. In sports, the Cavs in Denver tonight, 7 o'clock pregame on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. On the ice, the Penguins take on the Islanders. The Youngstown Phantoms, they beat Madison 5-3. College basketball, Ohio State loses to Penn State in the Big Ten tournament 69-68. And the YSU men, they lose to Cleveland State 72-71 in the Horizon League tournament. From the all-new in 2018 Power Chevrolet Buick GMC of Calcutta, Ohio newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2:30. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
How can you extend your life by 6 years? Getting the right form of vitamin C. Most doctors don't look at our vitamin C levels. Walking around tired or just not feeling right? Listen Sunday morning at 8:30 to world-renowned Dr. Michael Pincus give valuable information. This Sunday at 8:30 a.m. What makes independent living so retirement-friendly at Shepherd of the Valley in Poland and Howland? Just ask someone who lives there, like Marty Taylor.
I am an officer in the Residents Association. I love doing things with all the dinners and meals we have. We have good times, the parties and so forth. And I have to say, I've not had a bad meal.
To learn more about carefree independent retirement living, visit shepherdofthevalley.com.
Dollar Shave Club gets my gold medal as champions of the bathroom. Now they deliver everything you need to look, smell, and feel your best. Shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, and of course the best razor you've ever used, and Dr. Carver's shave butter. So join the club today, and you're going to get the 6-blade executive razor, plus you'll get trial sizes of shave butter, body cleanser, and all other sorts of toiletries for just $5, and you get free shipping. Then keep the blades coming for a few bucks a month, and you can get it all at dollarshaveclub.com/Hannity, dollarshaveclub.com/Hannity.
Get great deals going on now during Menards Priced Right sale. Exceed your expectations of what makes great paint with Pittsburgh Paramount Interior Paint and Primer in one. It provides the most advanced protection in true one-coat coverage. Right now, save $8 per gallon after mail-in rebate. Save big money during Menards Priced Right sale. Going on now through March 3rd.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, this is Bob Davis with Fairway Ford in Canfield, the #1 F-150 dealer in the region, including Ohio and Pennsylvania. And the reason why is 20% off every XL and XLT off the lowest sticker price with no inflated sticker prices. We have over 300 available, plus a great selection of Super Duties also. So see us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
When you want old world European cuisine, it's Krakus Polish Deli, Market Street, Boardman.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer.
Mainly sunny skies today with temperatures staying into the upper 30s. Quiet and cold tonight with temperatures dipping back into the lower 20s, mainly clear skies. Another mostly sunny day on Sunday with high temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Currently 38.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We get to do this on Saturdays where we talk about things that are happening in tech. In the last hour, we had a question come in about a rotated monitor. Somehow, the monitor got flipped on sideways in portrait mode, and we're interested in flipping it back. And I did look it up, and Control-Alt and then the up arrow will allow you to shift it back. You might have to hit it a couple times till you get it the right way, because I think it spins it all the way 365. Each time you hit Control-Alt, you're holding down the Control key and the alternate key and then tapping the up arrow. And every time you hit it, it'll probably make a 90-degree turn until you get it back right side up. So hope that helps you out. And hopefully that gets your screen flipped back the right way. So if you want to play with it, too, if you want to set somebody's screen sideways or whatever, that's another good way to play tricks on them. Okay, so as suggested before we went to the previous break, 330-729-9977, media, we saw sort of start to change. I got inundated with questions about every day. I want to cut the cable. I want to cut the cable. You heard me cutting the cable, so now I want to cut the cable too. Why? Because for the last as many years as cable, maybe from the 80s all the way up until, like 2010 or maybe even 2015, you only had a certain number of ways to get programming. You had your over-the-air, you had your cable programming, and you can go down to the local Blockbuster and get a DVD and watch movies or go to the theater. So those were your main ways. That was traditional. Everybody was accustomed to it. It just was the way that it is. And then the internet started getting to the point where all of our internet speeds and connections were getting to the point where we started to be able to stream our content. Now, there was no reason to pull it in any other way. You can go and, like you're walking down the buffet, you go pick out what you'd like and you watch what you like. Okay, and that was great for movies because that's the way we went to Blockbuster and that's the way we went and did Netflix. Those were movies we were fetching. But what about our programming? Well, the networks conditioned us so many years, and it was such a psychological bond where you watched TV and got your programming from the networks that even though we could start to fetch content, there were some blockades that stopped us from being able to do it as easily as our remote. You know, you sit in front of the chair and you scan the channels. You up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, and then you come across something and you watch it. That's the way we watch TV. So we weren't necessarily looking for a program. We would stumble on programs and we would start to watching it. Well, when you're dealing with downloading content from the internet, it's a different game, right? And so in order for us to do that buffet like with media, we have to have a different way to find the programming that we're looking for, right? So we had these services like Hulu, like Sling TV, like some of these other that you can get over the Rokus and the Fire Sticks and the Apple TVs, where we could start getting our TV programming. It wasn't complete. It wasn't everything that you can get off of the networks, but it started getting some of the premium cable channels. Like you'd be able to get your news networks, and you'd be able to get your kids networks, and TBS and True TV and all of those cable TVs. But you really didn't have a good access to NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox, and so these alternative content providers, they thought at first they were just going to have to compete with your cable companies. They were going to compete with your satellite providers because we were already conditioned, and that's the content that we want. We have our favorite shows. We know what we watch on whatever. Well, that whole psychology is starting to splinter a little bit, because what the networks did was what these alternative providers did was they asked the networks first, hey, just sell me your stuff so I can do it too. And they were like, nope, we're not doing it. We're protecting our shows. We're not going to let you into this club. You guys are shut out. So what did Netflix start doing? They started producing their own content. What did Amazon start doing? They started producing their own content. They started spending like millions of dollars and taking original programming, doing what the studios are doing for the networks and just doing it themselves. Now, the first couple ones, were pretty popular, but it was only one or two shows. The network still had the lions of programming to sell to the public. But then they kept asking, and the networks kept saying no, and so they just kept producing content. And each season that goes by where you can go get original content from one of these alternative, they're doing the same thing that the networks are. They're producing stuff that you watch. You're waiting for this stuff to come. Orange is the New Black, and what's the Game of Thrones, and all of this other stuff. You get to a point where there's more content than going to be produced by these alternative ones, and the networks are going to be sitting on these crappy shows that no one's watching anymore. So that splintering is what we're seeing right now. The people that are cutting the cable, they're changing the way they watch TV, because once that psychological barrier is broke, how do you go find a new program to watch? Well, social media makes suggestions with top 20 programs that you see on everywhere. And they're not just shopping networks, they're shopping those alternatives. So the top 10 programs are all premium television shows. None of them are really there's not a Friends or an ER or one of those shows where everybody watches on the networks anymore. You had that splintering happen. So you guys hear me talk about cutting the cable, and I'm a big fan of it for no other reason than it makes the marketplace of product, of developing shows and developing movies. Since it's splintered, you have so many more people who have distribution channels to get their stuff out there. And so you let the really crappy stuff kind of go away, and now it's a marketplace of competition where people go watch shows that are good, right? They're not stuck with 4 networks that just try to outdo each other by a sliver. Now it's 100 programs and 100 services that we have, so that the pond has just gotten a ton deeper. And if you take a sitcom and what they spend budget, and you take Netflix and what they spend on budget, I bet you Netflix is outproducing them, no doubt. And so where are the people going to go? Where are the viewers going to go? Well, if they don't need cable anymore because none of their crappy shows are being watched, they end up over on one of these alternative. And then once that tipping point happens, I think that the networks start lowering that blockade. They almost have to, lowering that blockade and selling that programming to live streaming. And that's when it opens up. That's when you can get every network program over the internet. You know how people sold cassettes, and the artists, they fought Napster and they fought the streaming for as long as they could, and they lost out because all that happened was they became the villain because they kept consumers from being able to buy it for the sake of just staking out an old business model. Well, the same thing's happening with networks, and they can't win this one. So it's just a matter of time before the networks say, okay, our content, we're going to just make it available to the public, And then that is the ultimate game changer. And it's going to be abrupt because once one does it, they are all going to be forced to do it because whoever's last standing is the one that probably doesn't make it through this. So, we were just talking about Alexa and how we're now conditioning that we're going to go get what we want without having to spin the dial, right? So in order to attract new listeners and attract new media, you've got to have really good content. And, the beauty of having like a talk station here is that this is probably the most marketable venue when it comes to radio. I mean, I love it. I've been doing it here for, 10 years or so. And so I was a listener to talk radio before I actually, started doing this. So I've always been a big fan of this format. So there you go. 330-729-9977 is the phone number. If you want to talk about anything that's happening in tech with something in your world, need some answers, you can. Feel free. I do want to tell you we had the pleasure of taking another tour to the Youngstown Business Incubator, and I am telling you, if you've not been down there, and you have the opportunity to see this place, this is an amazing campus. And I have to brag about the things that we do down there because the guy, Jim Kostler, who gave us our tour, he was the director, and I forget what he changed his title to now, but the guy is just so forward thinking. And that's what we need in Youngstown, is not people who are sort of in the past and always looking at where we've been. This guy is in the future. This guy is making plans for things that the rest of the marketplace hasn't even started to experience yet. And to have someone of foresight be in our community and staying in our community, this guy inspired me because he's talking about creating big companies that stay here, that create the jobs, that brain drain that I talked about earlier, that solves that problem. If we create companies that are top of the end, top of the line, give them a solid reason to be here, that business incubator is just way more about helping technology companies get started. They're helping them get started. They're helping them stay. They're helping them create jobs and grow and become a fixture of downtown Youngstown. And that's amazing. That is a guy that is defying the odds. That's a guy that's looking in the future. So I'm a big fan of Kostler, and I'm a big fan of what the Youngstown Incubator is doing down there. It's not some, little, mom and pop shop. I'll tell you that. They have invested significant amount of resources in our community, and I don't think they get enough thanks for what they've done for all us, because we all benefit from that. All those jobs that are down there that they're creating, I think he said there was 500 jobs that are just in that one building. The Youngstown Incubator has created 500 tech jobs that are staying here in Youngstown and producing products and company and tax dollars and the whole thing. So again, I'm a big fan, and I hope all of you listening out there take an opportunity and go see them down there and see what they've got going. Keep an eye on them. You could follow them on Facebook. I believe they have a couple of Facebook pages, so make sure that you keep your eye on the happenings downtown. And that whole group. And even if you have a business idea, they deal with tech and manufacturing, a lot of 3D printing stuff. If you have interest in those fields and you're involved with what's going on with YSU, make sure that you also include them in your plans, because those guys are amazing, and I want to give them as much exposure as I can, because the more exposure we get them, the longer they're going to stay here and the more they're going to do in our community. So, and that's really what I'd like for those guys. All right. So let me tell you about Youngstown Computer, and if you are in need of any computer services, make sure that you give our guys a call, or you can schedule your own appointment on youngstowncomputer.com. As I said earlier, the changing over to solid-state drives is the number one service we're being asked to do right now. But everything from if you get a new computer, we sell computers. We sell probably the most our standardized computer is geared and manufactured for performance and stability. We use this in the commercial field. Okay, so one thing we don't want to happen is we set something up on the commercial end in a network and it ever has to be repaired, right? So we want it to be run stable and be consistent through the life of owning the computer. So what you get when you get one of our computers is that you picture a performer that's solid over a period of time. So it's not your value special that you go to Walmart where price is your only priority. It's not that. Okay, so there's a ton of commoditized computers out there. We're not trying to compete with what you can get for the lowest dollar. We hit that segment right in the middle. Okay, you're not overpaying. You're not getting the high side where you're funding research and development, and you're not on the low side where you're buying 2-year-old technology. We're right in the middle. We're on the high side of the middle. So if you want a computer that's going to be a performer, that's going to be consistent, and going to be reliable, I'm taking these computers out of the field right now, and we put them in the field in 2009 and 2010. So our 5-year computers are lasting 7 and 8 years. Okay, and now this new cycle starts beginning. So if you're interested into that, you want a new computer, you want data copied, profiles created, anything you need, make sure you get in touch with our guys. The phone number, 330-259-7278. Or you can go over to our website, schedule an appointment with them. You can put in the description what kind of stuff you'd like us to field, and then you have us for the period of time. Either you come to us and drop it off at our bench, or we come out to you and give you the whole hour of service for $105. So it's quite a deal, and that price will probably not be forever. So make sure if you're going to get something scheduled for field services that you do that this week. It's been a phenomenal week. I loved the response that we got last week. So all of you who called and took advantage of that field services, I really appreciate it, because I'm really in love with the fact that we're doing that again. I think there's a big value and a need for it. And it's just a lot of fun. It really is. So 330-259-7278 is the phone number. I hope you go to youngstowncomputer.com and schedule your appointment, have one of our guys come out and let's take it. Those guys are real good. We talk in our Friday meetings about serving the customer and how we make our business model serve the customer better than anybody else. And so we put so much effort into taking all considerations, price is a consideration, the customer's a consideration, and it's just so we do such a really good job at it. All right, Nancy, I see you out there. We'll take your call right when we come back from this break. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
If you're a gun collector, hunter, or war historian, don't miss the Warren Niles Gun, Knife, and Military Show this weekend at the new location, the Trumbull Plaza, 2485 Parkman Road, Warren. The Warren Niles Gun, Knife, and Military Show brings collectors from all over who buy, sell, and trade all types of guns, knives, and military relics. Thousands of new and used guns, including the newest models, along with rare antiques, will be on display and for sale. Bring your old gun for a free appraisal or to sell. Cash buyers will be there. Dealers and collectors pay top dollar for collectible Winchesters, Colts, and Rugers. The Warren Niles Gun, Knife, and Military Show this weekend at the Trumbull Plaza, 2485 Parkman Road, Warren. Show hours 9 to 5 Saturday, 9 to 3 Sunday, admission $7. Don't miss it. The Warren Niles Gun, Knife, and Military Show this weekend at the Trumbull Plaza, 2485 Parkman Road, Warren. Under 21 with parent only. For more information, call 330-539-4247. 330-539-4247. If you're a gun collector, hunter, or war historian, don't miss the Warren Niles Gun, Knife, and Military Show this weekend.
It's Bernard Daniels' 100th year of serving the Valley, and the savings have never been better. Right now, Bernard Daniels is offering 50% off select Anderson storm doors. That's 50% off. Closeout engineered hardwood as low as $1.35 per square foot while supplies last. And select steel roofing and siding is $2.15 per linear foot. As always, you know Bernard Daniels has your greatest selection of pole barns that they will install. But you got to schedule soon, only at Bernard Daniels in Canfield, bdlumber.com.
Are you within 10 to 15 years of retirement? Does Social Security affect you? Do you know how to maximize your Social Security benefits? For most of us, Social Security is our largest retirement asset, and yet, according to the NSSA, 90% of all Social Security recipients do not maximize their benefits. Hi, I'm Janice Janjanin, an independent local financial professional. I invite you to attend my complimentary seminar, Navigating Social Security, on Tuesday, March 13th at 6:30 p.m. Please call today to reserve your seat. 330-953-3043. Let me guide you through the complexities of Social Security. Be educated, be empowered, maximize your retirement dollars. You only have one chance to get your Social Security right. 330-953-3043. Call today.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Jan Financial Group and Centaurus Financial Incorporated are not affiliated companies. Jan may currently only discuss and/or transact securities business with residents of Ohio and PA. The Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber proudly presents the Valley Health and Wellness Expo at Cavelli Center on March 3rd and 4th. You'll explore a wide variety of health and wellness services and products, and even talk to experts one-on-one. Visit valleyhealthandwellnessexpo.com or contact the Regional Chamber at 330-744-2131. The Valley Health and Wellness Expo, March 3rd and 4th, in partnership with Mercy Health, Southwoods Health, Steward Healthcare System, One Health Ohio, and iHeartMedia Youngstown.
Hi, Helen. You coming to lunch today?
No, I can't find my red jewel.
Oh, okay. Helen lost her jewelry.
Oh, you know what? Helen is probably playing Jewel Quest on iPlay.com.
Hi, Helen. You meeting the girls for dinner?
No, I'm busy with a new romance.
Oh, okay.
What is she doing tonight?
Helen says she's with
and well-being of your loved one. The assisted living memory care staff simplifies and enhances the activities of daily living for your loved one, so they can focus on living their life with a sense of freedom in a safe environment. If you're looking for a secure place for your loved one with dementia, go to CopelandOaks.com. Sample the real essence of Spain's life and culture when you visit Cava Tapas and Wine Bar on the Strip in Niles.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer.
Mainly sunny skies today with temperatures staying into the upper 30s. Quiet and cold tonight with temperatures dipping back into the lower 20s. Mainly clear skies. Another mostly sunny day on Sunday with high temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
Currently 38.
All right, welcome back, everybody, or welcome, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. They let us play here on Saturdays. We get to talk about things that are happening in tech. Also give you the ability to give us a call all show long and ask any questions you might have. We don't like this whole tech world to be an intimidating thing, so we let everybody from novice all the way up to be able to get on the phone lines and pick my brain while we're here on the Saturday, and in hopes that you will tinker. That is the most beautiful part of this industry, is that you could just buy some stuff and you can mess around with it until you get a good enough understanding, and you don't have to read the instructions. You don't have to go to special schools for it. It's you getting in there and doing the old Thomas Edison experimenting soul and just playing around with stuff that that intrigues you. Everything from video, audio, to just a computer that's sitting in front of you. You're probably only using a small percentage of what these things are capable of doing in front of you. And we kind of open your eyes a little bit and make suggestions about stuff that you can do in addition to what you're already doing. So get in a little bit of trouble this weekend. Get into some not so safe areas. You push the envelope, step outside those comfort zones, and get familiar with things that you didn't even know were a thing. So we talk about some topics that end up sort of cycling through just about every couple months, and we make sure we always touch on them, because you got new listeners every week, and you want to make sure that everybody's in the know with as much stuff as you can. And we kind of put security above all else or all other things, because you guys are sitting in front of the computer. The people that are out there trying to take advantage of you, they're smarter than you. They're smarter than me. And so if you don't know what they're doing to take advantage of people, then it's just a matter of time before your paths cross. And at the moment, they're better at this than you. So what we were going to do is I'm going to talk about a couple of things that we saw in the field this week, and in hopes that I don't want you to take these scary things, and I don't want you to turn off your computer and say, to hell with this, I'm not doing this anymore. I want you to say, all right, now I know, I'm aware, and when I see this thing coming, I'm not going to be stupid about it. I'm gonna see it coming a mile away, and I'm going to do the smart thing. You unplug. You don't. I have this rule at my house. If someone walks up to my door and rings the doorbell, I'm under no obligation to answer it, okay? I didn't invite you. I'm not expecting anybody. If you think you can show up, I might or might not answer the door, okay? No obligation. Same thing goes with email and telephone calls. If somebody calls you or message you or sends you an email, you are under no obligation to give a response. It's not being rude, because there are too many people Just too many people exploiting the free nature of email and messaging. You have no idea who you're talking to on the other end. So don't feel bad about it. Delete it. Get rid of it. Let's just say, the most common thing they do to enter your world is they try to trick you by using familiar things, hoping that you'll just suspend your cynicism and your disbelief long enough that you'll buy into it. Okay, so hey, we're FedEx and we tried to leave a package for you, but we couldn't get there. Nobody was home, and so we got to send your package back. So click on this link right now, or else we're gonna have to send it back to where it came from. Right? You receive this email now. If you weren't really expecting a package, then you're like, yeah, right, come on, I know this is a thing. But if let's just say you're super anxious about something that's coming to your house and you are actually waiting for a package and it's uber important, and when you finally find out when it's going to be there, you're willing to take off work to be able to get there. So you already have the anxiety that's attached by receiving something because if I miss this, I'm in bad shape. And that's what that person who sent the email is counting on. If there are enough of you in the United States that are waiting on a package that's super important, that if it gets delayed, you're in big trouble, they're going to mash on that link and it's going to take them to the dark side. So just knowing that they do that, all right, somebody sends me an email, right? It says they're from FedEx. Guess what? I don't believe you're from FedEx, even if you are from FedEx. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go check my orders that I'm waiting on and see if it's the other way around. Not to click on the link that you sent me. I'm going to use it as a notification that if there's something up, I'm going to be able to go to someplace I ordered from, go through the order status that way, and find my tracking. And if it's actually true, I'll call FedEx myself. So thanks for the help. Thanks for the notification. But I'm going to check it on myself. So the old Ronald Reagan, trust, right, but verify. Trust but verify. In this case, we're going to go do not trust but use it to verify. That is our customization, that if you receive anything, phone calls, there are tons of phone call scammers. Email, there are tons of email scammers. Twitter, Facebook, social media, all of that stuff, there are thousands of scammers who are trying to take advantage of people, both who know better and they can click into a paranoid mode or a response mode, and then you have people who don't know any better, and they will just say, oh, well, okay, I don't want to be in trouble. Let me click on your link. So we see a lot of malware. We see a lot of coupled internet / phone scams where, a little old lady gets a message that says you're infected, call this 800 number. She calls the 800 number. She lets them in, take over her computer, and, they have their way. They say, you're so infected, pay me $300. That's usually the way these things go down. So I'm telling you, the rule of thumb is hang up. Hang up, hang up, hang up. Don't respond, don't click, don't even take heed of it. So, 9 times out of 10, when you get that big bad message that says, hey, you're infected, call this number, right? Antiviruses do not tell you to call a number after you're infected, right? It says, do you want to clean it up? So if you're attaching a virus scan with a phone number, do not call that number. It's not legitimate. A lot of those things run in browser memory, so when you restart your computer, it flushes that browser memory out, and you're good to go again. So they happen, and they look convincing, and sometimes they'll even talk at you. You'll hear a voice saying, you are infected, trying to scare you, and it'll take over your screen, and you can't close it out, and you can't do anything. This is one of those times where just turn it off. Just power cycle it off. You hold that power button for 10 seconds, it'll cut power to it completely, and hit the button again, and it'll boot up. Now, if it continues after the reboot, then you might have some kind of malware. But 9 times out of 10, you just reboot the thing, and you weren't really infected. It was just a browser window that was trying to sneak up on you and scare you. So that's just a PSA. We see this stuff happen all the time. People are always falling victim to it. These people are making so much money off of this scare tactic, and I'm just sick of it because that's just preying upon the very people that I'm trying to convince to wade into the safe pool of technology. Those people are scaring the bejesus out of, and once you get hit, if you're early on in this, I'm not sure that I could ever say anything that convince you to start using a computer again. Even all the benefits that we can lay out there to how it improves your life and whatnot, I don't think I can convince you back in that pool because you gave it a shot and you just saw this person that the first time I went to Vegas, I was riding a bus and a pickpocket ganged up on me, right? Well, that's an easy story to tell about how I never went back to Vegas because all they are is a bunch of pickpockets. If your first impression of a thing is that bad, like I said, maybe I won't ever go back again. So All right, so we got time in the program today to talk about just anything that's on your mind. 330-729-9977 is the phone number. You can also text me here all show long at 333-1570, and it's a cool way of participating in the program. Because, if you're around, you don't have to wait on hold. You don't have to wait for him to pick up the call. It's, these things just queue up. And during the next segment, I'll make sure that I read your questions or comments on the air. And that's a cool way for you to participate. So 330-729-9977 is the phone number. And you can text me at 333-1570. Okay. This morning, this was interesting. Kind of on Saturdays is my experimenting time, right? I always get myself into doing something that I haven't done before, and I start playing around with new technologies. And this is my lab time. So I wake up super early. I get going usually around 5:30. And I like to do all the important stuff before email starts and the phone starts. I got a good 2-hour block before anybody starts bothering. But now I've said that publicly. Now people are going to start bothering me at 6 o'clock, right? Probably not a good idea. But anyway, this morning I decided, we have a
control of your money and finances, and it gives you penalty-free access to your savings. Plus, it beats the pants off any 401k or IRA. These are uncertain times, so get the information you need today to guarantee your retirement security. To get this free report, go to bankonyourself.com right now. That's bankonyourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
Next Sunday, our iHeartRadio Music Awards are here for the love of music. See can't miss live performances by Ed Sheeran, Cardi B, Bon Jovi, Maroon 5, Camila Cabello, Charlie Puth, and surprises you'll have to see to believe. Next Sunday night at 8 on TBS, TNT, and True TV.
Brought to you by Taco Bell. Introducing Taco Bell's $1 nacho fries, covered in bold Mexican spices and dipped in warm nacho cheese sauce. Now serving at a Taco Bell near you.
The clock is ticking. Every day you put off buying life insurance can cost you big time. The older you get, the more you'll have to pay. And a sudden accident or unexpected illness could cause your rates to skyrocket or even make you uninsurable. Beat the clock. Call SelectQuote now. No hassle, no obligation. In minutes, you'll have a choice of your best rates from up to 10 highly rated life insurance companies. Richard, 40 years old, takes meds to control his cholesterol. Still, SelectQuote got him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. Under $1 a day. Don't risk your family security another minute. Get your free quote now. Just call 800-280-8787. That's 800-280-8787. 800-280-8787. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hiring is important. People are what make your business work. But how do you find the right talent? ZipRecruiter makes it simple. One click sends your job ad to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But ZipRecruiter doesn't stop there. Their smart matching technology will instantly alert quality candidates about your job. That means you'll start getting great candidates with the right experience almost as soon as your job is posted. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day. The right candidates are out there. This is how you find them. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
People from businesses of all sizes trust ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. We're so confident ZipRecruiter will get you better results than anywhere else. We'll let you try it free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charlie's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charlie's.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Call Mazza Heating in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer.
Mainly sunny skies today with temperatures staying into the upper 30s. Quiet and cold tonight with temperatures dipping back into the lower 20s. Mainly clear skies. Another mostly sunny day on Sunday with high temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Alex George.
It's now 39.
For news on demand, go to 570WKBN.com. Brought to you by Donnell Ford.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We get this on Saturday to talk about things that are happening in tech. And I want to read you an article, and I don't usually read articles, but this is one that it pissed me off a couple weeks ago, so now I'm going to read about it. One of the main attractions of YouTube is that anyone can become a star. There are no gatekeepers, no talent agents, or television executives that need to be won over. Stars can come from anywhere, and they do. Forbes' recent list of the richest YouTubers is proof it's filled with people who post clips about playing video games or kids playing with toys. The top spots went to Daniel Middleton, known as Dan the Man. He's a 26-year-old British gamer, and he earned $16.5 million last year. But a new study finds that the odds of striking it rich on Google-owned YouTube are even making a modest living vanquishingly small. Reaching the top 3.5% of YouTube's most viewed channels means at least 1 million video views per month is worth only about $12,000. Okay, so basically what I've experienced personally is we do a lot of YouTube content. And how this works is you produce content, you get viewers, and they show ads or a part of YouTube Red subscriptions go to the content providers that watch. So you get this really tiny, slim segment of that revenue, and that's their way of paying content creators. And they get a lot of content that gets created for them. Well, what happens is because they're inundated with lots of videos, you get too many people, you get too much content, and everything gets diluted. So they make up these rules that one day you qualify for monetization, and then something happens and you no longer qualify. So you've got people that invest a whole lot of resources into putting together high-quality video, high-quality audio, all of the equipment, all of the lighting and whatever, and they start participating, and then they need the revenue to pay for all the stuff that they put together, and then the rules will change, and then you no longer get paid for it. So you're still allowed to put it out there. You just don't end up getting paid for it. And we've watched over the years as the amount of money that gets shared with the content creators gets smaller and smaller and smaller, which is taking some of the content creators and pushing them to other venues, a different way to reserve. So Patreon is one of those. And so Patreon is a subscription-based, but instead of people paying YouTube, right, by watching videos and subscribers paying for the advertisements, people directly get to pay you, subscribe to a channel that is in your making, and then you get to set what they have the ability to look at and to view. And so Patreon has me as, Joe Danier can set up a Patreon channel. You as the listener can pay, $20 a month, and you can have access to all of my my content. So if I decided that I wanted to teach a class on Windows, or every Wednesday I wanted to put a class up, and then you have access to the internet and you go to Patreon and you subscribe. So for $20 a month, you can watch all of my classes. So for me, I get to create the content. I got to teach the class anyway. And for you, you don't have to go out and into the weather. You could just watch the whole thing, the video and audio on the internet. And then it's less money for you because you could pay me directly through my channel, and you always have that subscription all year long. So you don't have to go somewhere and pay for it. So it's a great avenue for content creators that, if you've got a good channel and people are willing to pay directly for your stuff, then it's a great avenue. And you can keep it pretty nominal. I mean, you can keep it like $1 a month, and if people are really into you and they like the content you put out there, I mean, you can make a pretty good living, on that. So we're seeing that divide over the last couple of months as YouTube makes it harder for content creators to get paid for their stuff. That churn. They're looking probably to get rid of some of the people who are putting content out there. And but I don't know, at their own peril, I guess, because when you do that, the really good creators are going to find a home somewhere else. And then what you're left with are the people willing to stick around for $12,000 a year kind of thing. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let's take some calls. 330-729-9977, or you can text me at 333-1570. We're going to go to Paul. Paul, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Yeah, just a couple of things.
Sure.
I'm on Word 16. I'm right on the computer right now. And I put a word in, and then, it pops up the color. But on Word, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere that I can find where you can make columns, you know what I mean? You put 10 words down, and you want to make a line, put another column, another line, make another column, unless I just do it by myself. Where at one time I used to be able to put number of columns, 2, 3, 4 columns, go all the way down, and then when you finish that column, of course, the lines in, and the next word would go over to the next column, and so on. How do you do that?
I'm going to look it up. I know it's still there, and it's actually, you can draw columns. You can basically stretch it out. I'm going to open up Word here in a minute.
Word 16.
Yeah, I have 2016 on mine, so I will look it up, and I will make sure that I mention it on the air.
Okay, and the other thing,
Sure.
the second part is when you want to color the thing, it usually pops up to the right, and it says B. What is the? Makes it thicker, then underline, and so on, and it has yellow and blue. How do you change the color? Because I go up to the thing, it says, tell me what you want to do. I put the font color, and it doesn't change.
You want to change the color of the words, or?
Yeah, the words. That's it. Yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Normally they're black. A lot of times you'll see a lot of color screen. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It has all the different colors. I just can't find it anyplace.
Okay, I will look those two things up. Stay tuned, and I'll make sure that I read those on the air.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. This is Word 2017 or 2016. The first one is under Insert. So if you want to draw some columns out on the page before you start typing, you draw these columns out, and basically you just hover. If you go to Insert and then Tables, it'll have a little pop-up box, and then you can use the mouse to draw how many columns and rows, and you'll watch on the screen. It will sort of draw those as you scroll or as you pull the mouse over. And then after you put those in, if you want to hide them, so you don't necessarily want them drawn out where you can see the columns, you just need them for organizing, you can right-click on the table, and you can change the table properties, or border styles, that's it, border styles, and make it so that it's not, it doesn't have a solid line, it has a dashed line or an invisible line. Second thing, I believe that's just under Home. You type some words, and then if you highlight it, you can apply coloring to the letters by just going under Home, finding the capital A with a little color underneath, and then selecting the color from there, and then whatever you have highlighted, it'll apply that color to. If you just apply the color, it doesn't know what you want to apply it to. So make sure you highlight the text that you want to be that color, and then use that capital A to apply that to the word. So, Paul, thanks for the phone call. Appreciate it. So let's get back to here. If you want to call 330-729-9977. I do want to mention one more thing. About Youngstown Computer, if any of you would like to have us come to you, field services, you can go to our website, youngstowncomputer.com, and schedule your appointment for what time slot you'd like our guys to come out to you. So Monday's always a good day to do that field stuff. So you want to get registered, pick those time slots. When people select them, they're removed from there, so you can't pick a slot that somebody else has already gotten. So make sure you go over there and pick the slot that you'd like. I'm also going to open maybe a later slot on Wednesdays for those of you who work. What would be really cool is if you needed computer service, we're open before you get to work, and we're open after you're done with work. So you could drop off in the morning, and by the evening you could pick up, and it's a one-day turnaround time. So if you're interested in that, make sure you mention that to our guys too. I'm really interested in seeing if some of these services can be done intraday. And a lot of you who are listening work during the day, and so that would be cool to be open up early. We're there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Even though we don't open our doors, we could be there at 8. And some of us are even there earlier than 8 o'clock. So if any of you work early, want to drop something off in the day, just make mention of it, and we'll see if we can have somebody there early enough to get your computer, get it dropped off, and have it ready for you when you come back to work. Service, that's what we do. All right, 330-729-9977. Let's go to Mark next. Mark, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Oh, hey, Joe. I was just listening to you on the iHeartRadio app talking about content creation. I thought that was pretty interesting. I do content creation myself that I distribute over the internet, and it's tough. It's a full-time job. If you want to be a little bit competitive against, everybody else that's releasing stuff. But the thing that's crazy is how you do have to kind of rely on a lot of these services like YouTube. I do a lot of podcasting, so I rely on a service called SoundCloud. It'd be cool to be able to have money coming in and maybe have your own little dedicated server, and then you control everything, but that's tough to do, especially with things like Patreon, like you were talking about. It seems like everybody's got a Patreon now, and it's like, oh, now you got to offer people a lot of stuff, and it's a full-time job that you pretty much don't make a whole lot of money with,
Yeah, how are you doing with it? Is it enough to do it full-time, or you still have to, subsidize it with other things?
Yeah, I'm subsidizing right now, but I'm 2 years into it, so I'm very new at, because there's people that have been doing it for a long time, and so I'm relatively new into it. I'm not breaking the bank yet, but you never know. See, that's the whole beauty with the internet, is like how big the reward could be if you take the risk on the internet and you do a lot of work. Even though you're not making a lot of money, one day you could be making bank off the internet. I think that the internet is still, even though it's been around for so long, we got all these innovations, I still feel like it's so untapped. There's only certain things that we're able to offer through the internet, although Amazon's, opened that up wide, but I still feel like there's more possibilities that we've yet to uncover where everybody can make, some change.
Very interesting. And what type of channel do you produce?
Well, I do a podcast.
And what's your topic? What kind of stuff's it about?
I interview people that work in a particular industry.
Okay. Do you want to promote it? Do you want to mention it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
You could go onto the website. It's thecrackdojo.com.
Okay. All right, Mark, thanks so much for phone call. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, take care. All right, then let's see if we can get talk to Dawn a little bit before we have to go to the break. Dawn, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you? Hello, Dawn. All right, we'll put you back on hold, Dawn. There wasn't a whole lot of time, but I at least wanted to. Well, let's see. Dawn, are you there?
Yes. I'm
okay.
Here.
All right, we got a couple seconds here. What can we help you with?
I have a laptop, and the hard drive went bad, and I had another laptop that the keyboard went bad, so I took the hard drive out of that and put it in the other one. They both had Windows 10 in it, and everything works okay, but it comes up with the license thing, and I don't know what to do. It says put your license in, and it came with Windows 8. It doesn't have a license.
Okay, so it's in a different machine. You took the hard drive out and put it in a different machine?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go off to a break here, but I will answer your question. I'm going to put you back on hold while we take that break, and then we will answer that when we come back. So just put you on hold there real quick. Okay. So when we come back, we'll talk about Dawn's issue here with licensing on a machine change. And if you want to get on the phone lines, we got a little bit more time before we leave for the day. So 330-729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
This weekend, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale at the Metroplex Expo Center on Belmont Avenue in Liberty. That's I-80 at Route 193. There's demonstrations and seminars. Name brand hunting and fishing gear at bargain prices. Diewald rod and reel combos, $19.99. Frog Tog sample sale with jackets, only $14.99. Shad wraps and X wraps, only $3.49. Name brand spinning and casting reels, only $9.99. Rapla's, Reef Runner, Storms, your choice, $4.99. Free rod and reel to the first 100 kids on Saturday, provided by the Trumbull County Federation of Sportsmen. Club raffles for guns, ATVs, dogs, trips, and more. Food, fun, live entertainment. It's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale. This Friday, 10 till 8, Saturday, 10 till 7, Sunday, 10 till 5 at the Metroplex Expo Center in Liberty. It's sponsored by Fish and Field Report, Claiborne Ford Lincoln, and the Trumbull Federation of Sportsmen. Admission only $7, children under 12 free, and free parking. For more information, call 330-544-8951 or fishandfieldreport.com. This weekend, it's the Hunting and Fishing Super Show and Sale at the Metroplex in Liberty.
Are you putting your retirement savings in a 401k, IRA, or investment account? Then I have one word of advice. Stop. Many experts warn of a stock market crash any day now. And if it's anything like the last two crashes, you could lose 50% or more of your hard-earned savings in the Wall Street casino. Can you afford to lose half of your retirement savings again? Hey, you don't have to lose a penny, because there's a better, safer way to save for retirement. And you can learn all about it in a free report. This is the report Wall Street and big banks desperately hope you never see. Why? Because this method continues to grow your money even when the market tumbles. It lets you take back control of your money and finances, and it gives you penalty-free access to your savings. Plus, it beats the pants off any 401k or IRA. These are uncertain times, so get the information you need today to guarantee your retirement security. To get this free report, go to bankonyourself.com right now. That's bankonyourself.com. Bankonyourself.com.
Hi, this is Dan Rivers, proud to speak for Copeland Oaks. Copeland Oaks is proud to announce their new Donald R. James Assisted Living Memory Care care unit designed to preserve the personal dignity and well-being of your loved one. The assisted living memory care staff simplifies and enhances the activities of daily living for your loved one, so they can focus on living their life with a sense of freedom in a safe environment. If you're looking for a secure place for your loved one with dementia, go to CopelandOaks.com.
It's Bernard Daniels' 100th year of serving the Valley, and the savings have never been better. Right now, Bernard Daniels is offering 50% off select Anderson storm doors. That's 50% off. Closeout engineered hardwood as low as $1.35 per square foot while supplies last. And select steel roofing and siding is $2.15 per linear foot. As always, you know Bernard Daniels has your greatest selection of pole barns that they will install. But you got to schedule soon, only at Bernard Daniels in Canfield, bdlumber.com.
Hi, this is Eric Clark, now at Fairway Ford in Canfield. We've got brand new 2018 Escape SUVs starting at only $19,900. Or you can lease a 2018 Escape SE SUV for only $239 a month. Nothing down, only 36 months with Ford credit approval. 100 available. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
Are you within 10 to 15 years of retirement? Does Social Security affect you? Do you know how to maximize your Social Security benefits? For most of us, Social Security is our largest retirement asset, and yet, according to the NSSA, 90% of all Social Security recipients do not maximize their benefits. Hi, I'm Janice Janjanin, an independent local financial professional. I invite you to attend my complimentary seminar, Navigating Social Security, on Tuesday, March 13th at 6:30 p.m. Please call today to reserve your seat. 330-953-3043. Let me guide you through the complexities of Social Security. Be educated, be empowered, maximize your retirement dollars. You only have one chance to get your Social Security right. 330-953-3043. Call today.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Janjanin Financial Group and Centaurus Financial Incorporated are not affiliated companies. Janice Janjanin may currently only discuss and/or transact securities business with residents of Ohio and PA.
This is a special announcement for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state. Pay attention. There's a special toll-free hotline set up especially for you. This hotline will give you free information on how you can legally reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call the taxpayer hotline today at 800-441-1943. Grab a pen or put the number in your cell phone. 800-441-1943. You'll speak with qualified professionals who'll tell you how to stop the collection calls, IRS letters, bank levies, and wage garnishments. And they'll deal directly with the IRS on your behalf, so you don't have to. Even if you haven't filed returns or you already are in a payment plan, you can still get relief. New IRS settlement policies have opened the doors for a fresh start. But hurry, this won't last forever, and your tax problem will only get worse if you do nothing or try to handle it yourself. It makes a big difference in who you call. So call the taxpayer hotline today for free information. 800-441-1943. 800-441-1943.
Brought to you by South Coast Tax.
All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. That's iHeartRadio. All your favorite music.
This is Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones.
Hi, this is Mick Jones of Foreigner on iHeartRadio.
And iHeartRadio is all your favorite stations. Thousands of the best radio stations from across the country. Plus, iHeartRadio is free. Download the app today. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
It's now 39.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. Let's bring Dawn back in here. Dawn, you're back on the Youngstown Computer Show. Question before we went to the break was we took a hard drive, we put it in a new machine, and now it's unlicensed. Does that about sum it up?
Right.
Okay.
Both came with Windows 8, so they didn't have license.
Okay, so basically what happens is Windows it ties their license to a hardware ID. So if too much of your system hardware changes, it thinks you moved it to another system and it invalidates the license. Now, what you have to do, you could try to reactivate it yourself. You can go to Computer Properties and click on the Activate and try to do it online. Chances are it's not going to activate because you still don't have the proper profile. But what you can do is call the Microsoft license line and talk your way into seeing if they can authorize an activation manually by calling the 800 number. So I hope that helps, Don. It's not an easy thing, but if you use the right language, sometimes you can talk them into reauthorizing it. So thanks everybody for joining us for the Youngstown Computer Show. Have a great week. See you next week. You listen to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
It's 3 o'clock. Always a good time to call Baird Brothers. Traditional craftsmanship, timeless style. News Radio 570 WKBN, Youngstown.
It's drive time now.